Back in late elementary school, I was a figure skater my whole life, but running was a thing we did to stay in shape, and it was also our punishment. Whether I was in trouble or not, I would ask to go out and run laps of the parking lot, and that's where I kind of knew that it was something that I was very passionate about. Running was so easy. I felt like I didn't have to try, and I was winning races and running fast and seeing a lot of success, and I thought that would roll over into 2016. So the start of the 2016 year, it's the Olympic year. It's supposed to be something I'm excited about, especially after the year before, 2015. And then for what seemed like no reason, it just wasn't working. The same workouts weren't giving me the same results. I was sick all the time, whether it was my kidney or my lungs. I was on antibiotics just straight through. So by the time I got to the games, it was more just a survival at that point. The patchwork we did with Band-Aids and Scotch tape got me through the games, but it wasn't sustainable. Going through all of that with the rocky road to Rio, as I put it, I thought I had a good system in place in terms of how I was coping with things, but in retrospect, I didn't. I was working with a sports psych. I had my partner that I would talk to. I try to talk to teammates and stuff, but I'm not known for my soft or emotional side. It's something that I think has made me a great competitor. So when I would try to talk about things maybe not going the way I wanted them to, it wasn't received well because people just weren't expecting that from me, and I think they didn't know what to do with it. I spent my entire life in school. I got 2 law degrees. I educated myself so that my mind can be as sharp as a tack. I'm really good at shelving things. I put things in boxes. So my body not working for running wouldn't affect my box for law. If I had a really, really bad run, a really bad race, really bad workout, put it on the shelf, because right now I need to be Lawyer Lanni. Or if I was struggling with a case, I have an hour, I have to go out for my run. Things had their categories, their shelves that they would go on. And then when my dad died, it was kind of this big, like, whoa, like, where do I put this? It was bleeding in. I couldn't separate the shelves anymore. It just felt like they all tumbled down. And I had to realize that yes, you need to compartmentalize, but no, like, you can't live your life in these tiny categories or tiny boxes anymore. For me, it was really important to speak to someone in the professional realm of mental health, whether it was a sports psychologist or counselor, etc. For me, it was mostly because they didn't come in with any preconceived notions of Lanni. They didn't experience tough exterior Lanni. They didn't experience no emotion Lanni. So it was a safe place where, regardless of what version of Lanni I was that day, they got the raw, and there wasn't any need to keep a wall up or hide behind some false bravado. But I'm learning that to be a successful female and human, softness isn't weakness. That having an emotional day or talking about my feelings isn't showing weakness, it isn't showing a chink in my armor. It's actually gonna make me stronger and tougher. So I'm allowed to be sharp and tough in my sport, but it shouldn't harden me to life and everything around me.